Here is my audience, and my lovely dog decided to join, so I'll say it's 2.5. All right, so for my final vocation, I am going to talk a little bit about our textbook. I will also talk about who's made a difference and an impact in my life, and of course, that's you guys as well. But my personal mission statement has always been, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. So I've always appreciated this personal mission statement because I have come from a challenging past. My siblings and I grew up with our mother and making it day by day. So I've always told myself that I will never be like that and like that with my family when I get older. I'll make sure that my child has everything, including food on the table, clothes to wear, and a roof over their head. I drove myself to have a better life, and looking at my siblings, it kind of showed me that some people can get out of the situation they're in and some people cannot. So that is why this statement really spoke true to me. My siblings are still living in the past and not being able to get over this and overcome what we've come through. And so I know that I can change my future, but I can't change my past. So that's why it's close to my heart. Enrolling in college, my aunt had always encouraged me. She's always believed in me since I was a small child and knew that I could become much more than the environment that I was around and grew up in. She's also encouraged me and taught me that I'm better than my environment. So there are many things that I feel that God has given me as far as a calling on this earth. And since an early age, it was taking care of my siblings. That was my very first calling. Making sure that I'm able to serve others, like the textbook talked about. We spoke about, serving others and being there for others and following our passion and our calling. And so that has really shaped me initially in being able to do this. Putting my wants aside and giving my siblings their needs and their wants, more importantly, and that was my priority. Then I became a wife and a mother. That has been the second part of my calling. Coming from the past that I have, I never wanted to repeat it, and I want to make sure that my family does better than what my family did. And so making sure that my daughter never goes without. God has also called me to be a good wife. Being a mother and a wife has been the most challenging for me as my heart is so invested and I want to make sure I give my all at all times. Another calling that I have is for the children that I've always taken care of. I think my younger years of caring for my family automatically pulled me in to the direction of helping the children that I service now. Starting my college courses and seeing the background of many of the young juveniles that I've taken care of and what they're missing in their life has given me the drive to be there for them and give them something that they have not had. And it's also given me a fire inside to help them in every way I can. I worked at the Orchard Place for a while, and that started my initiation in my fire and what I wanted to do. It showed me that I can do this, that I was providing for these children in a way that they weren't getting anywhere else. And so instead of being a 9 to 5, I wanted to be there more and be invested and give my time more than just a job. And so through the internship at the Yes Shelter, talking with those kids, and by the end of it, they were literally hanging on to me, asking me to adopt them. And that was the hardest situation that I have ever been in because I wanted to take each and every one of them home, but knew obviously I couldn't do that. So being there for them as much as I could really helped me. It was the hardest, saddest, most rewarding thing that I have ever been through in my life. I was able to gain the knowledge that I needed to help those kids feel safe and feel wanted, even if it was only for a short time. God has put me on this earth to serve others, to have this passion inside of me and to ignite others to fuel just a passion and passionate in their life and the roles that they take on in their life. In their home life, their spiritual life, I want to be there for other people and help ignite that passion as well. Starting for such a young age, I knew that God put me on this earth for that reason. I actually felt pleasure in taking care of my siblings, knowing that they would be fed, they would be bathed and put to bed with a story every single night. And I was the one doing that. It made me feel good. I knew I had to be that person in their life, or else they wouldn't have had it. And so I started that from a young age, and being able to carry that over and actually make a living out of that, because it is my calling. I've always been in the helping field, always from the beginning to the end, but without that degree, I was not able to do that and make a good living. So being able to go through my college courses, going through juvenile delinquency courses, the abnormal psych courses, the child development courses, I was able to gain knowledge and have that degree to be able to go and make more money, but also be more involved and be educated with these children that I service, to be able to help them in the best way that I can. My family's always rooted for me throughout this journey, and I honestly don't know what I would do without them, but I will say that knowing who I am after taking this course, I would still be able to have found a way to do it, because I found that fire inside of me after taking this course and going through Grandview and finding myself. I will not be the person who lives in the past. I could, but I would never do that, because God has given me the drive, the passion, the determination, and the willpower to pursue my career and my calling and make sure that I make a difference in every single person's life I come in contact with. So I will leave this with, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change your end. Thank you.